Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for staying here for attending this webinar. Today is the 26th November 2025. We are here on the Eastern Shore of Nova Scotia in our 12th webinar. And if you are connected as today, we have many of our citizen scientists connected, so I'm very happy to have you here, just online. But if you are watching this video in our webinars in our YouTube playlist, also welcome. So, hello, Abirami. How is everything today?
Good, Camilo. How are you?
Yeah, happy to be again here on the Eastern Shore. Quite rainy today, but nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm very excited for today's webinar.
Yeah, sure. And today is your first time as a co-host. So please let us know a bit about these ESCOM webinars. This is the 12th. So today we are having 1 year of webinars every month.
Yeah, today is the 12th ESCOM webinar, which is super exciting. 1 year of anything is super exciting. So you may be wondering, what is ESCOM? ESCOM is, well, the long form of ESCOM is the Eastern Shore Citizen Science Coastal Ocean Monitoring Network. We do data collection and analysis around lots of coastal sites along the Eastern Shore, providing critical insights for coastal and climate research. And we couldn't do any of this without all of the citizen scientists, some of which are here with us today. So of course, thanks for joining us. But if you're watching this and you're curious, you can also become a citizen scientist if you contact us. We do these webinars once a month, every month, always on different topics, always related to what we're doing with ESCOM. Today's webinar will be from our good friend here, Tushant Kaura. Tushant, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. So hello everyone again, and my name is Tushant, and I'm applied computer science student at Dalhousie University, and I'm also a researcher at Dal. And over the past years, I've had a chance to work with multiple research labs and teams at Dal, which actually really shaped me how I think about building tools, and not just cool technically, but actually useful for research and communities. So yeah, today I'm going to be presenting my project, enhancing climate action of citizen scientists on Eastern Shore of Nova Scotia. And in this talk, I'll share the problems of citizen scientists and the climate monitoring teams. And I would be presenting the two mini apps that I've built over the past 4 months with Dr. Camilo and everyone, and also the impacts these tools have on coastal monitoring. So what do you say, guys? Let's start.
Yeah, go ahead, share your screen. Let's get this webinar started.
Absolutely. Are you guys able to see my screen? Awesome. So this project is about two mini apps that are built for ESCOM to support coastal monitoring. And the goal is basically to empower citizen scientists and climate monitoring teams, even if they're not very technical. Right now, a lot of tools are scattered and hard to use, like Telegram, WhatsApp, and all of those are very hard to co-op with. So we wanted one unified, accessible platform that reduces friction. And I've used Node.js, MongoDB, and Telegram bot APIs, so it's scalable and ready for future coastal research projects. Yeah. So why does all this matter? So coastal ecosystems are under pressure from coastal climate change, sea level rises, and environmental degradation. So we need effective monitoring to understand what's happening and respond early to all of that. And citizen scientists basically help us to collect data that professional researchers simply cannot collect alone, right? And if our tools are accessible, we'll get more people involved, better data, and stronger community awareness will be there. And when systems are scalable, accessible, and user-friendly, I think programs can grow over time instead of burning out citizen scientists collecting data, right? So, what is the gap? So, citizen scientists are motivated, but the systems around them make it really hard to contribute and all of that. And there's no single support platform, right? They have to go through a bunch of different platforms to communicate, and go through everything. So information is spread across emails, PDFs, websites, group chats, and it's very hard and it's very unclear. So instructions are very unclear, and training materials is hard to find and is inconsistent. So citizen scientists don't have like a personalized support when they're stuck, right? So for people with lower digital skills or multiple platforms, complex tools, and intimidating things, so even if they care, they hesitate to join, right? Um, so these create a bunch of consequences. So because of these gaps, we see a chain reaction of problems. So like there are a lot of problems, like participation drops because onboarding is confusing and frustrating, and the data the data quality becomes inconsistent when people are really unsure about how procedures or methods are going to take place. And citizen scientists also feel frustrated and unsupported many of the times, how I feel, and they may leave the team. And the team lead, or like the coordinator in our case, ends up answering the same question over and over instead of focusing on research. Suppose somebody went to research on a beach and they don't know, and like a lot of people don't know about particular things, so they would be asking their coordinator. I think it's pretty frustrating for the coordinator as well to ask all these questions. So, and we also miss potential citizen scientists who never actually sign up because the whole process looks very complicated to them, right? Now, so the gap in now I want to discuss like the gap in climate monitoring teams. So, it's not just citizen scientists. I think climate monitoring teams themselves also face a lot of um, coordination challenges. Like scheduling is often done manually using emails, calls, or like group chats, and it's very slow and error-prone process, right? And communication is fragmented across like different apps, as I said, WhatsApp, Slack, Telegram, email, right? And there's no single place for decision support. Um, and they use like random channels are used. So team leads don't have a real-time view of volunteer availability and participation as well. So as a result, I think a lot of time is burned on logistics instead of science and collecting data. So the impact. So these coordination issues directly impact research, and basically slow down research, and scheduling takes way longer than it should and still leads to missed or poorly attended sessions, right? And important message they get lost or ignored because some information is spread across platforms. Like suppose somebody's using WhatsApp and Telegram, they don't receive the same messages, right? uh, and decisions become slower because there's no built-in shared decision-making tool. So uh, these team leads operate. I think they operate reactively with limited visibility into engagement and attendance. So yeah, so many coordinators spend a lot of time on logistics instead of data analysis and research strategies. So the solution. So to address both sides of the problem, I've built two interconnected or separate Telegram bots for now, and these two are the different mini apps. The first one is like the citizen scientist assistant bot that focuses on citizen scientists making participation easier and supportive, right? And the second one is the coastal climate teams assistant bot that focuses on researchers like scheduling, coordination, visibility, right? Suppose somebody needs to go to like some team needs to go on a beach at a particular time, and the coordinator would just text, "Hey, everybody's supposed to be here at this particular time." So he would just schedule it on the app, and everybody will be able to see it. So it's friction free, right? So both run directly inside Telegram, which most people already use, and this means that there's no new app to install, and onboarding friction is like very low. So the purpose. So the citizen scientist assistance is basically designed to make participation frictionless and beginner friendly, and it becomes like a single entry point of guidance, support, and also engagement. And all of the frequently asked questions, FAQs, and procedures live in one place, right? Which is accessible through simple menus that I will be showing in you guys in the demo. And the bots avoid technical jargon and complex navigation, just like clear buttons and instructions. So it actually really helps with onboarding, adding, removing members, walking new volunteers from uh, like sign up to the first monitoring session, and it also supports engagement with reminders and it also encourages people, so people actually feel supported. Right. So the key features. So the first bot, the citizen scientist assistant bot, offers a frequently asked based, uh, knowledge based, where volunteers can quickly find answers by topic, like they can filter down topics, and it sends monitoring reminders so that volunteers know when what is happening. And there's also guided onboarding that helps new volunteers to set up their profiles, and like some training materials as well. So this is going to help with community connection, like volunteers or citizen scientists with each other, and building a sense of belonging. So how does this really reduce confusion? The main goal is to basically remove confusion, because if you have less confusion, people would be able to use your app easily, and they would also not lag behind and have interest using it. Um, so volunteers now will have like a single source of truth for guidance and training. And navigation is menu driven. So instead of like searching or guessing, they just tap buttons, which is like very less, um, which provides less cognitive load on your mind. And FAQs provide instant answers to common questions, so no one has to wait for emails. And there's step-by-step content explanations to what to do, how to do, and why it matters. And there are also automated reminders. And so everyone sees consistent information and updates, uh, which reduces conflicting instructions. So for the purpose of our second mini app, which is Coastal Climate Team Assistant. So basically this bot, oh wait, sorry. Yeah, so basically this bot focuses on research teams and coordinators that actually coordinate the whole team to tell them what to do. Right. So it acts as like a central hub for announcements, scheduling, and coordination. So instead of multiple tools, team can share uh, all key updates in one place. And scheduling is streamlined with built-in reminders and attendance tracking as well. So team leads get data visibility that they can see patterns in participation and engagement as well. So the result is more on the side of operational efficiency. So researchers can focus on impact instead of logistics. That's like the main keyword to focus on. And like here's the glimpse of uh, the one of our mini apps here. So uh, basically, coordinators can post announcements once, and everyone gets them in the same channel or like the same team they're assigned to. They can create monitoring sessions through the bot. It also sends out invitations and reminders automatically, and attendance is tracked automatically as well. So we know who actually participated, right? Who actually came. And I think over the time that I've built the bots basically have like a team analytics dashboard as well, with participation matrix and coverage, like who was on what and everything. And this supports data-driven planning, right? Um, right, and helping teams decide when where to schedule future sessions. So also, Dr. Camilo's actually sent an message. So how can members join? I think I would be covering that in the demo session, if that's fine. So this is like a workflow of how the apps basically work. So here's like high level view of like how the scheduling works, right? So a coordinator basically creates a session in the bot with date, time, and location. And also in the app, there's like a list of locations that they can select from. And the bot sends invitations to volunteers who can basically confirm attendance in Telegram itself. So before the session, the bot sends reminders as well so that everybody can be on time and they know when when or where the event is happening. And afterwards, attendance is basically recorded automatically and stored in a database. And the database I used is MongoDB, which was like one of the easiest to integrate. Um, and this replaces long email threads and of course manual tracking. So uh, yeah, I'm going to talk about like what tech I have used so far in the mini apps to build them. So on the technical side, like the backend is built with like Node.js and Express.js for like fast, lightweight APIs, and that is stored in, as I told you guys, MongoDB Atlas, and which is like a cloud-hosted NoSQL database with automatic, I think, scaling and backups. And the bots use Telegram bot APIs, which help us to connect Telegram and the MongoDB and with our app, and which is like stable and well documented. So I've also used RESTful architecture, which makes it easy to test, extend with new features, and protect sensitive data like API keys, and it handles via env, like environment variables, which are not hard coded. And also so there's a structure, error handling and logging that actually makes production debugging easier, right? So that we know what errors are coming and we can fix them easily, right? So for the database structure, like how the database is structured and what I store in the database is, so MongoDB is like organized into several collections and each with a clear purpose. And first, I store users, like what user is logging in, what user is logging out. So the users collection stores user profiles, roles, preferences, and like engagement history. the frequently asked questions collection stores like all the FAQs, content organized by like the category and the version, and the the monitoring sessions where I see when the session was what the session date, time, location, and the requirements of it, the attendance records, like who came to the session, like the team data, and the structure that supports both citizen scientists experience and and like the analytics for the team. So yeah, that's all for the database side. Now, why did we actually integrate Telegram? Why not any other app, right? So, Telegram is actually a very, very powerful application. Um, and Telegram is already also used widely by many teams and volunteers. People are very familiar with like the interface, so they almost need some training to get used to it. And it also works pretty well across devices, like mostly all devices, and supports text, images, audio, files, even GPS now. And using Telegram means no extra installation because you can literally use a live bot inside of Telegram. Like there's many apps, right? So the bot literally lives inside an app, and yeah. So inline buttons and menu actually make it easy for the users with different levels of data literacy as well. So this, I think, combination and accessibility makes the adoption of Telegram many apps very easy. And also, just to mention, if you guys want to know like how I built like the mini apps, so I've used something called BotFather that is actually um, like another bot making app in Telegram that helps you to make bots easily. So now I think I would like you guys to see my mini apps. So I'll just share my screen again. Um, so yeah. So this is the first mini app that we have. Um, so this is like the code. Wait, actually, let's start with the other one. Sorry about that. Um, right. So I hope you guys are able to see my screen. Um, So this is like the admin dashboard of ESCOM, like our first mini app. So here you guys can see multiple menu, like a menu, like interface where you can see there's a dashboard. The admin can see the users, right? Like reset their password. They can make them admin, deactivate them. They can see all the emails, if they're active or not. Then they can also see like the recently asked, like frequently asked questions. The admin can basically add them. Suppose what is a beach, and and the admin would be able to add an FAQ, right? So now you're able to see what is a beach, blah blah blah, right? So this is one of our features, and updates, of course, right? That helps to engage people into different activities that are happening inside ESCOM, right? Uh, so yeah, you can they can basically see that all of that, right? And there's also like a user profile that you guys can make using this mini app, right? Which says like personal information, name, email, username, and role. And yeah, also, this is very important. Like the admin can see how many users are there, how many frequently asked questions are there, and how many total updates are there. this is very important because you want to keep track of what's happening and how it is happening, right? So the admin needs to know of that. And if somebody just comes down here and wants to get like a quick action, they can basically go through here and they can access it. Right. So now for the second mini app, just like to give you guys a quick glimpse of what it looks like as well. Um, right. So again, this is the admin dashboard for that one. Also, like I would like to see like you guys to see how it looks as like how the login page looks. So um, you just type the email and the password, and you guys are in. So you're able to see all the quick actions, team management, schedule, creating an admin, creating a member, doing all the locations, right? Um, and like I talked to you guys before, this is a menu system, right? You guys are able to just switch between different tabs like easily. There's no cognitive load, right? And also there are different things in this mini app like events, home, members, locations. So locations, you're able to see a bunch of locations of where uh, where a particular team is assigned and what locations are available, and you'll able to see like create coordinator, admin, member, team, so that the admin can add a member, delete them, um, create a team, assign a coordinator, and then assign member to the team. That's how it works. Like suppose I want to create a member like Tushant, Kaura, and one, and I would just create member, and it just says created member, so I can see that I am a member now. So yeah, so that's how you create a member, and same for like creating a coordinator and creating an admin, and of course creating a team. So yeah, and basically, um, for like the coordinator, what happens is that they would be able to uh, see the team, and they would be able to assign events. Suppose one team is supposed to go to coastal weather monitoring, right? Like the Eastern Shore Station. It shows the time, the duration, the number of members going, and what the weather is. And it's upcoming, right? It's not completed. So they will be able to see all of the information. And yeah, they would just need to click join session, and they will be able to join the session. And just, yeah, then they will be able to join the session. So yeah, and this is like all the quick actions that they can do. So yeah, and this is also like the log out button where they just click it and they're out. So yeah, and that's pretty much with the demo. And now I would like you guys to see my slides again. So um, so what UX design principles that I've used, like what the styling is and how I've placed things, right? Um, sorry, yeah. So from like a UX perspective, I have focused on being simple and accessible first. Like you guys just see, like I have made like a navigation bar so that, and which is like a menu driven, so like the user taps button instead of typing commands, and design is consistent and similar layouts and patterns across both bots can be seen. And the bots are like device agnostic, like they work on phones, tablets, desktop, with no extra software required. You just need to have Telegram installed, and you guys will be able to access the mini app. And I've tried to prevent errors with clear instructions and confirmations before important actions, so hopefully there are no errors to be found. And when something actually does go wrong, like the boss shows me helpful error messages, like in the console, like the terminal, that that actually guide the user. Now, this is, I think, one of the main slides I want to talk about. Like, what's the impact? How did we impact citizen scientists with this? Um, so for citizen scientists, the impact is reduced confusion. Actually, impact is reduced confusion and better support. So they always know where to go for guidance and answers, right? They don't have to ask their coordinator or admins for every single thing. And of course, onboarding is faster, right? I mean, you basically fill a form, quick, easy form, and you have a user. And new volunteers or citizen scientists can be ready in days instead of like weeks, right? And reminders and recognition basically helps build the habit of participation. And I think overall, citizen scientists feel more supported and more confident about more engaged, and they're like more engaged. And also, this is also very important. Like, what's the impact of like the monitoring teams app? And so for like the monitoring teams, like the bot dramatically cuts on coordination times, right? Going from one application to another using WhatsApp, Telegram, emails. It's very easy now. And scheduling and communication that used to take hours is happening in minutes. And automated reminders actually improve attendance rates and monitoring coverage. Like, um, your session is in 1 hour, right? And you will be able to see that before, so everybody's able to attend on time. And basic communication is unified into one platform, reducing confusion, right? Using Telegram and real-time dashboards and attendance data actually supports better planning and strategy. Like, yeah, and this frees teams to spend more time on actual research, which is like the main point. We want to do more research and data analysis, like instead of training and answering questions and all of that. So, the final message, the core story, right? Um, like to wrap up, the quality of this project is to like empower environment through accessibility, I would say, and like, yeah, through accessibility, um, and by building two connected mini apps on a familiar platform, we created like a unified ecosystem for both citizen scientists and teams, and we reduced friction, lowered the barrier to entry, and make citizen science more sustainable. And the result is stronger impact, better data, more participation, and more effective postal monitoring. And yeah, and special thanks, of course, to Miopar, Dalhousie University, and ESCOM for making this project happen. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for presenting, Tushant. We're now inviting questions. If anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat and I can read them out. One question that's come in is, are these apps only for ESCOM? You are muted.
In my opinion, like, of course, anyone can use it, and it's very accessible and everything, but I think that they don't have to only be for ESCOM, right? They're designed in a way that those bots or apps um, is generic and modular. This means like ESCOM is current client or organization name, but you can easily swap. And the core logic is basically reusable, like things like user accounts, roles, I would say project task management, data submission, admin dashboards. Like, they're all generic features, not ESCOM specific.
All right. Another question. How are these mini apps installed into whatever device you're using to look at Telegram? Do they need to be installed?
Absolutely. So, good question. So basically, if you have Telegram and just so basically at this point of time, I will be suppose the admin will be giving you a link to the mini apps, and they would be able to click the link and the mini app will open and you would just sign in automatically, uh, and you'll be able to access the apps. So if you have Telegram installed, you will be able to perform all of the tasks from your app.
All right. And then another question, should everyone install both mini apps or is just one enough? And I guess adding on to that, could you summarize what the difference in functionality is between the two mini apps?
I just didn't get the question. Can you just repeat the
Yeah.
first thing? Sure.
Should everyone install both mini apps or is one of the mini apps just enough?
Right. I mean, in my opinion, if you want to gain more information about ESCOM and how it works, and if you have questions about ESCOM, I think you should just install the first mini app, which is like the assistant bot. And if you are to do you're actually joining ESCOM as a citizen scientist, and you want to maybe go right and go and collect data, do research about it, right? I think then it's better to download both of the mini apps, I would say.
All right. And then we have another question from Christelle. What is Telegram?
So yeah, basically, Telegram is a very powerful app that's basically for chatting, using mini apps like one of ours, and basically it also provides like about approximately like 5 terabytes of data, I would say. And it's very powerful, easy to use, right? And basically it was originally made for chatting, but we are using it for mini apps.
Okay. Yeah, so Tim says that he mentions that he has no cell service where he's located, so he doesn't have a smartphone. From what I understand, Tushant, if you could confirm, Telegram is also accessible. Is Telegram also accessible through a laptop, or do you need to have a smartphone for it?
So basically, it's like multi-device. You can use it on multiple devices, and like if you have Telegram installed on your laptop, your iPad, your phone, you will be able to like access our mini app, because it actually adapts with the size of your screen. If your screen is like suppose a laptop screen, it would like it would split, and it would function as if you were working on a laptop, and same with the phone and tablet. And I've Timothy's saying that I don't have a smartphone. Lack of services common further east. Okay, it's like if you don't have like internet, it would be hard for you to access the mini apps, because you need to use internet to connect to the database, like getting requests, right? You would have to have internet access.
I think it is specifically cell service, not necessarily internet, right, Tim? Yeah.
Yep.
So if you have access to internet, you can access these mini apps even without cell service, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for confirming. Another question from Christelle. I guess this is Christelle, if you could confirm, when you say where do we get it, you're referring to Telegram, right? Not the mini apps? Okay, yeah. Where can you download Telegram? Just starting from the base here.
So basically, when you go on your phone, so if you have an iPhone, it's like App Store, and if you have Android, there's Play Store. You can just go there and get the mini apps. Like basically you can download Telegram from there, and then the admin, and basically then you have to create an ID, like you have to log in, and then the admin would send you the mini app links, and then you would be able to create a user and access the mini apps.
Thanks. And yeah, we also had another question: how do you get the mini apps? I suppose you answered a bit in the last question.
Yeah, so basically if you have Telegram installed, the admin would basically give you the links to the mini apps. You would see like a big logo on there, and when you just click on there, you would be able to get access to the mini apps.
Okay. And Anne asks, is this just for convenience?
Absolutely, it's for convenience. Like, it betters communication, not going here and there for just telling, oh, this monitoring session is happening at this time and stuff. So I think definitely it is for convenience. And Dr. Camilo, you have a question?
Thank you, Tushant. Yeah, more than a question, I would like to give some details about what Anna said about the convenience. Is that we have two mini apps, is the plan, but even they have many functionalities, and this is why I like the question from Abirami about, and I would like if you can also repeat us the difference between both mini apps. I just will highlight that the Citizen Science Assistant mini app, at least at the beginning, is quite important for the frequent questions, so that especially for new citizen scientists when they are starting. For example, today we have Joanne that is connected. She just started to be a citizen scientist, and most probably she will have many questions about how it works, what it means to be part of ESCOM, all these frequent questions. Now the opportunity that any new member of ESCOM, they can just, with the mini app, answer most of these questions. And on the other side, with the Coastal Team Assistant, that is the other mini app, in my opinion, the two main functionalities I really like is first, they schedule the monitoring and the events. Something that we are facing every month is that we need to decide which day we're gonna go to the beach for the beach monitoring. And is this going forward and back of emails that could be this Saturday, no, maybe the other, who will go with the mini app? We can, the team coordinator can schedule the monitoring, the day, and also the location, everything, and the other citizen scientists just need to sign for this event. So it's easier for anyone to know when and where we're going to have an event. And of course, the reminders. So this is, as I understand the mini app, but Tushant, if you want to give a bit more of information, I think will be useful for everyone about this convenience.
Yeah, like how I talked in the slides, right? Basically, like in the citizen scientists and like their FAQs, so like the citizen scientists can like basically quickly find answers about the topic. It's very easy for them. It's convenient, like getting monitoring reminders so the volunteers know when the sessions are happening, like guided onboarding, right? To help like new volunteers set up their profile, get training, and doing their first session, right? And like so every like the FAQs provide you like instant answers, and also like the mini app is menu driven, so it's like easy for searching, or like guessing. They just have to tap buttons. So yeah, that'll be it.
Right. If anyone has Camilla? Yeah.
I think I just would like to add another small comment that I think one of the common question could be, how this mini app will be implemented in ESCOM. And I would like to say that we are creating with Abirami. Hopefully next year we will start having our mentors. Mentors will be people, that they are expert in some area. And I think Tushant could be one of our first mentor, our tech mentor, because we will need to implement it. We don't expect that this mini app will be implemented in a week or not even in a month. So it will need that you start, question like Crystal with the Telegram and what it is, how it works. We need to learn how to use it. And the idea is that Tushant, that this is a big advantage, that Tushant is also a student in DAL. He can support us, as a mentor. With the idea that in the midterm, for us, will be very natural to use the mini apps for all these coordination issues.
Christelle, I see that you have your hand up. If you are speaking, we can't hear you, or at least I can't hear you from my end. Christelle, if you're asking a question, because I don't think we can hear you, would you mind just putting it in the messages? I think it might be easier because I don't think we can hear you. Okay. Yeah, we can't hear you from that computer, from what I understand. Anne asks if the mini apps are available to add on now.
Yeah, so you can add them now, but I would say that it needs a bit more refinement so that we have everything secure and there are no data leaks, right? Um, like so right now it's currently not running on servers and the proper databases that we needed to. So when we are able to do that, you guys will be able to access like all of our functionalities. So yeah, hope to get that done soon.
All right. Christella, it says you mentioned that your ESCOM computer seems to have Telegram loaded onto it. Yep, that's the Telegram we're referring to. And so presumably once we get this up and running, we can send you a link to it. And when you click on that link, it'll open directly on Telegram. Right. Does anyone have any other questions? If not, I believe we can wrap this webinar up here. Thank you all so much for coming. And if you're watching online, thank you for watching as well. I hope you all have a good day.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do I end the recording? Here we go. Stop.